What's up, buddies? It's your boy Thomas with Relief Buddies, and we got a lot to talk about today. This is a educational video. We're not doing any product reviews. However, we're going to be talking about different products. Based on the title of this video, you already know what it's about. It's about the vaping crisis and how to stay safe while continuing to vape. I'm going to be looking back and forth between two screens here because on one screen here, I've actually, just to make sure that I get all the information here available and that I don't get too sidetracked from the importance of this message, I have actually typed up what I'm going to be discussing with you guys today. I also have the phone turned on its side because I do use my iPhone camera. And I have it turned on its side in order to give a full screen. Problem with that is I'm not exactly sure where to look. I'm used to looking, almost like a reflection to myself when it's upright. And so it's kind of awkward to look elsewhere when I see out of the peripheral myself moving over here. So bear with me on that as I transition and try to figure out how to get video qualities and such better. So I do I do want everyone to know that I am striving to do that. As we get more subscribers to this page, the quality of the videos will go up, and the features and everything else will continue to go up. We will stay as organic as possible, with limited amounts of editing, because I do prefer raw type footage, because I feel like it's more personable, and it keeps us feeling like we're more connected as actual buddies, because in real life you can't really like rewind and edit or cut something out. And so I want you guys to have that real experience. But the quality of the videos and everything else will continue to get better, and editing will get better as we get more subscribers. So if you are a returning viewer and you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do that, because obviously you like what you're seeing. If you haven't, and this is your first video, go through this video. If you like it, watch a couple others, and you like those, go ahead then subscribe. I'm going to ask you to subscribe if you don't even know what the content looks like. So let's get straight into this. We're going to talk about vaping, how to stay safe, how to spot fake cartridges, and we're also going to be talking about big tobacco and why this is actually part of their problem, part of the media's problem, and just a massive amount of misleading information being spread out everywhere. I know a few other YouTubers have gotten out there and done this already. However, it's more of the nicotine vaping communities and not much cannabis users, promoters, and influencers and even businesses like ourselves that are actually out here trying to educate people. I've been educating people ever since it happened that what's going on. Why have I not put it up on YouTube? So I've asked myself that enough times to say it's time to put it up on YouTube. This is actually going to be going out to the newsletter on the website, I believe this month as well. At least a variation of the content I'm sharing here. So those of you who have subscribed to our newsletter, which is going to be the first ever newsletter that we're going to be having, you guys will actually get this in writing. Okay, so let's talk about vaping. Okay, the CDC has actually discovered what is actually hurting people, what is killing people, what is actually causing these lung disease and issues. It is not flavorings. It is not a uh, nicotine. It's not vaping. It's not CBD. It's not even THC. It is illegal black market THC cartridges that contain a cutting agent, a mineral oil that contains synthetic vitamin E acetate in it. For one, it's a synthetic. We should avoid vaping, smoking, inhaling in any form a synthetic at all. That's number one health risk. Number two is it's not natural. It's not natural. It is a synthetic, and it's not something you should be inhaling. Do these people know that's what they're inhaling ahead of time? No, because it is an illegal THC cartridge. Which brings me to my major point is that if you aren't getting lab test results for your products, you aren't 100% sure what you're getting. And it is easy to get confused. So the CDC did discover that that was the issue. And it is definitely something we need to be aware of. So how can we figure out ways to safely vape, whether you are vaping nicotine, THC, or CBD? Fortunately, in the CBD industry, almost every company that is a licensed company and a company you should be dealing with is going to have third-party results for their products, period. That's how it is. They are going to have, for their vaping products, a QR code of sort that you can scan, and you'll be able to pull up the lab results. Also, you will be able to know the ingredients in them. Okay? You'll be able to read the ingredients. So, I have two vaping devices and products right here, both of which from one of the most trusted CBD companies in the industry, and that is CBD Distillery. This CBD vape juice contains the highest quality CBD derived from solely industrial hemp. The ingredients are triethyl citrate, which is like tech temper. It's a natural, because these are all natural. It is a natural vapable thing to be able to make it vapable. And CBD, natural flavorings, and terpenes. The cartridge here, triethyl citrate temper, cannabidiol from hemp extract aerial parts, natural flavorings, terpenes. What's happening is that some of these brands in the THC community, which nicotine is honestly frustrating that nicotine's even being attacked. And I'm going to get into that later on, so stay tuned. The problem with the THC is it's an unregulated market. It is unregulated in the majority of states. And I understand that a lot of states do have medical marijuana programs that are regulated. However, that doesn't count for those people who don't have medical marijuana cards, aren't accepted, or can't afford, because medical marijuana programs and costs are extremely high. Here in Ohio, an ounce is insane how much you're going to pay for flour here on the medical marijuana things. I have heard patients report back that they have paid upwards of $300 for an eighth. That's right, I said that. $300 for an eighth. So their prices have gone down in the last like 6 months or so, but it is still insane how much people have to pay. So what do? A lot of them will get their card and they'll buy illegally because it's cheaper. And they don't know what they're getting. And these these can even be packaged. So what you have to do and what you have to look out for is a few key things when it comes to purchasing cartridges, whether it's from a dispensary, because there are some people that have gotten counterfeits from dispensaries as well. That's because the dispensary people were fooled. Brass Knuckles, Dank Vapes, Connected Cannabis Company, Heavy Hitters, Kingpin are a few THC-based cartridge companies that have been found to have counterfeit products. Not to say that the company themselves, the legitimate company, the legitimate companies aren't trying to do this. Their packaging and things are being counterfeited. Their packaging can be bought on some of them can actually be bought on Amazon, which basically sends a whole new possibility of red flags. So if you do a quick search before you buy a THC cartridge or even a CBD cartridge, you need to investigate it. You need to find out if it is one of those brands that have the potential to be a counterfeit. And if it is, then you need to either avoid it or you need to look further into that product. Counterfeits can sometimes have a slightly different label on them than the manufacturer. You can also look for things that will have like product labels that have misspellings. There's no QR code, lab results are missing, or there's no packaging at all. There's another thing that you can look for, and that is that it looks like a cartoon, video game, or animated label. Those are potentially fake and counterfeit cartridges and products. You can do a simple search on Google looking up that product. Based on what I've understood and learned about is that sometimes cartridges, THC cartridges at least, this doesn't apply to CBD, THC cartridges, you can look at the oil, and if the oil is orange or extremely dark, then there's a possibility that it's fake, or it has an additive in there that is potentially unsafe. To avoid things at all cost, make sure that you are buying unflavored THC cartridges. If it tastes earthy and hempy, then it's likely real, because you can't hide fake if it's unflavored. However, that's not to say that any flavored cartridges are fake. It's just something that is a way to be 100%, sure of, or increase the possibility that it's real and not fake for your own health and benefit. The other thing that you need to make sure that you're doing is where you're buying it from. You need to understand the company that you're buying it from. Reach out to them. If you are a potential customer and you reach out to a company that you're willing to buy their products from, and they are unwilling to provide you with any lab results, they say they don't have lab results, or they are a company that has bad reviews on their products or anything else like that, you might want to avoid them. You also want to avoid places and companies that you do reach out to them and ask them about the quality of it. And if no one can really answer your questions, or including a manager or an owner, then you probably don't want to trust it. You want to make sure you're buying from a place that researches to ensure the quality for your health benefit. So here at Relief Buddies, basically, I test everything. If I'm not testing the product myself first, investigating the manufacturer or the company that I purchase it from, if I'm not, I will investigate everything I look at before we sell it. If I don't personally try the product before we sell it, then someone from our sample group will personally try it before we sell it. Nothing gets listed for sale unless it is tested by a member of our team or our sample group that we will give products to. This is not including our YouTubing friends that do reviews for us. This is a small group of people that we have try products alongside myself to test its quality before we sell, because Relief Buddies cares about your health. We care about your health. That's why we only sell things of high quality. That's why we only sell things that are organic or have a not just CBD in it, but the ingredients line up as a form of health. That it's not going to cause any type of negative health effects or side effects. Because if we're going to do that, then we aren't much different than the pharmaceutical companies, which we are trying to not be like them. That's the whole idea of a natural product. That is the whole idea of someone choosing CBD and cannabis-based products over opioids and other pharmaceutical drugs that are not natural. They are not natural. They are synthetics. It's something a lot of people don't know, is that they might say, oh, well, they're derived from a natural source. They research and find that this thing in nature has this benefit or medicinal benefit. They then take it to the lab and they make a synthetic form of it so that it is cheaper and it's controlled to produce. They're trying to do the same thing with cannabinoids. And so it's sickening, but it is what it is. Not that I'm fully attacking all pharmaceutical drugs, because in some cases they are a necessity. I understand that. But the way that they are abused, and the side effects half the time, more than half the time, outweigh the benefits, and they will push those things over. Oh, hey, well, you can actually have CBD, or you can actually have ginger, or you can actually have honey. You can have local honey for your allergies. You can have ginger for the for your colds. You can have thyme also to increase your immune system, and so much more that they could be, but it's anyways. We're not getting into that. It's not what this is about. I'm going off on a tangent. That's why I have this in front of me. So, anyways, you also want to be careful about products that you might get from gas stations or cheap smoke shops. There are high quality smoke shops out there. There are some gas stations that sell decent products. But gas stations alone are more than likely not going to be selling high quality products. They are looking for convenience of making a profit. Cheap smoke shops, exact same way. They're looking for the bang for the buck. And I know that personally, as much as, you know, as me going around. I've gone around shopping, trying to find good products. No, can't find them. I've gone around to gas stations and some smoke shops, have a hard time finding them. There are some out there, and I'm gonna talk about those in a minute. But I'm gonna talk about the ones that you want to avoid, because there are places I've not even just tried to shop at. I've actually tried to put our products in, our high quality hemp flower in, and I have I buy wholesale from other companies that have packaged flower or packaged products, and I know what they sell their stuff for, and I'm trying to work deals out because we're an up and coming company. We're a small business here, and so I try to give the best rate where I may make only 50 cents on a product, and that's it. And some of these cheap smoke shops and gas stations are like, oh, you know, I'm getting an eighth for $5 or $6 for a wholesale package and stuff. I'm like, how? They're not. That's not quality. And I'll buy it sometimes. I'll buy it and I'll try it out myself, and I'm like, this is garbage, because they're really, it's not quality hemp flower. It's biomass hemp flower. It's not the high quality stuff. And in some of the states that you know, hemp and CBD and even just cannabis in general is something that is new. People don't, they just know, hey, I can buy it here. Who cares? Oh, and it's cheap. Yo, let me get that. Whereas for a couple dollars more, they could be getting, you know, some of the highest quality stuff that comes out of Oregon, because that's a lot of stuff where we get Oregon, Arizona type places. So it's definitely something to be aware of, is where you buy, and ask questions. Ask questions. Next, is places that you should trust. There's a place here in Cincinnati, Planet Caravan. They are a great smoke shop. I would classify them as, I don't even want to call them a smoke shop, because smoke shop has that like negative aspect, but they will have quality products out there. Very, very high quality products. They don't, and you're going to pay for them, because they are high quality. Hemptations is another company I heard. It's got great high quality products. And these places you go in and you already know and you feel like you can trust it. And by talking to the people there will tell you about the products. They themselves, all the employees, will have, at the very minimum, a understanding of the product and its quality, and be able to help you along the way. And that is something you need to understand, is when you go somewhere and you're buying something, you need to know that the people that you're buying from are going to have your best interest at stake. No matter what. At the end of the day, whether you buy from them or not, they are caring about you and your well-being. That is the foundation of us at Relief Buddies too. Is ultimately, at the end of the day, we care about helping people. We care about your well-being. We care about your safety. That's what we do. You can email us, contact us, and a lot of time it is going to be me. And I am going to tell you everything you need to know. You have questions, I'm going to answer them. If you go a place and you try to buy something, they don't have answers for you, walk away. Kindly walk away. and go buy from someone who does have answers, who does have third-party results, and who does have a general knowledge or has tested the products themselves. Um, uh, so this is in regards to CBD, not as much THC, because a lot of corporate places aren't really carrying THC products like they are starting to carry CBD products. But be wary of what you might find at like grocery stores. Again, they are looking for a profit. That's their main concern. They want to get on the money train. And so, you want to shop from a medical office, a pharmacy, or a dispensary that knows exactly the things that they're selling. That's not, again, not just selling it, because you got to be careful. But I'm going to add in here, when I'm saying pharmacies, I'm not including Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Kroger, places like that have pharmacies in it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like places like either pharmacy that's behind the counter, and that you have to have a prescription for. I don't, and your medical offices, like a doctor. If a doctor's office has chiropractor's office, medical doctor's office, whatever, has CBD products or is licensed to sell THC products, you can pretty much trust those, because there's massive liability things that go off on those, that they will not sell anything that is potentially counterfeit. It's going to cause these types of things, like, and have this type of outbreak. And I know that someone might in here put down and say, well, isn't that what they do with pharmaceutical drugs? Yeah, but this would be different. There would be massive lawsuits they'd be dealing with if it was coming out of there, and I don't think they want that. Let's see. Lastly, do a Google search before you buy a product. Do a quick Google search. Is it fake? Is it real? Review. CBD distillery reviews. CBD distillery cartridges. Are they safe? Whatever. Dank vapes. Are they safe? You'll know exactly what, if this is a potentially fake or commonly counterfeit based company or manufacturer. You'll also know based off reviews pretty much right away, because people that have those types of responses, that these people who are suffering from these lung conditions and stuff from the fake cartridges, there's going to be someone talking about it online. Someone is going to put a review. Someone that's happy or a satisfied customer may not ever give a review. But if they're pissed off, if their family members are hurt, themselves had to seek medical attention over it, you better believe that it's going to be on the internet. It will be on the internet, no doubt. So be safe about that. So that's a breakdown of pretty much everything. Let's talk about really quick big tobacco. The reason that the mass media is telling you it's just vaping is because big tobacco will get more tax revenue from the federal government, higher tax breaks from tobacco than they will, and they're losing that from the vaping, because there are more people that switch that smoke and vape less even if that company has it, even if a big tobacco company has vaping products, there's still people buy less frequently. That's just how it goes. That is how it goes. Someone will buy, what is it? Someone will buy something like this. Okay. Now this isn't nicotine because I don't have nicotine. This is CBD RX, and I don't know if I've ever done a review of that actually. Probably should do that, huh? CBD FX. Anyways, I might do a review of that. I've already tried it before, so I might just do a review. I don't know, but anyways, but it's something like this, and they'll buy it, and they won't be coming back, tomorrow to buy another pack. And I had a buddy who used to vape nicotine, and I want to say he paid like $20 or something like that for like 30 milliliter vial of his dose, his milligram of nicotine thing, and it would last him like a month or something like that. Whereas if he had a pack of cigarettes, it would have been roughly $5-6 every day, or every half a day, and he would have gone through $20 in a week. And so there's a revenue break there. So that's kind of what's happening in that. And I was informed by this by I'm not going to use the company's name on this, but I was informed by this by an owner of a company that sells vaping products, tobacco products, as well as CBD products, and they informed me of the details on this, and how big tobacco companies are not happy with how big vaping's getting, because they're losing money. And since they have so much money, it is crazy the type of things they can do. I'm not going to sit here and say that the media is paid off, because I don't know, but it sure seems like the media, the mass media, just isn't given the whole story, and it's obvious that they're not, because this isn't what we're hearing on our news channels. All we hear is another victim from lung disease from vaping. That's all they say is vaping. They don't specify what. And some of them even went to the extent saying it was nicotine e-juice, which was grossly wrong. And I believe the person that they interviewed is actually in the process of suing that news channel for false what's the word, false gosh, I can't remember the name of it, but anyways, wrong information, and putting his twisting his words and everything else. So that kind of covers everything on this. So basically, in conclusion, because this is probably one of the longest videos I've done in a long time, you guys, please be safe whenever you purchase, whether it is a nicotine product, THC product, or a CBD product. Please, 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 please make sure that you have some form of lab results, or you communicate directly with the owner or the manager, and they know what they're talking about. They have told you, I've tried this myself, I've done this myself, I've taken measures into testing it myself, or I know the company who manufactures this. I get it directly from the manufacturer. I don't get it from a third party. Like one company buys wholesale from another company, who then sells their product wholesale to another company. If they're not in communication with the actual manufacturer, then that's a potential red flag. It doesn't mean that it's going to be fake, but it's something to put in your pocket and say, okay, that's a strike one. Let's look deeper into it. And just be careful where you buy. It might be convenient to get your products at a gas station or cheap smoke shop down the street. It might be convenient to get them off of, Amazon or whatever. But these places, a lot of times it's only the profit they're looking at, and they're going to get the cheapest, most inferior product out there that is not of quality. Amazon, because I did mention Amazon actually isn't even allowed to sell CBD products unless they have recently updated their terms and conditions. They actually are only able to sell hemp oil, which is not actually CBD oil. Hemp oil is derived from hemp seed. So the actual CBD content and the medicinal properties are going to be grossly under what actual CBD products from the aerial parts and the whole plant are going to be. Not to say that they don't have any medical benefits, because they do. But again, something to be aware of. But I guess the last thing I just want to say here is just be safe. Do your research. Educate yourself on what you're buying, what you're putting in your body, and that goes beyond vaping. Read product labels of even the foods that you get. Read and research things that anything that you're putting on your body or in your body. Be aware of everything, because it is this is your body. This is the thing that's carrying you throughout this life. You can take care of it and keep it healthy, or you can go and suffer from a variety of different potential side effects or conditions that aren't going to be fun. In this case, with vaping, it's the effects of this synthetic vitamin E. So I just want to end this on the note that Relief Buddies does take high priority to your safety. We care about you as a person first, always. That is what we care about. We care about you as a person. You're not a dollar sign to us. You are not a profit to us. You are a person to us. That is what we care about. At the end of the day, when I lay my head down on my pillow at night to go to sleep, I think about the people I helped that day, and that puts me at peace. I don't want to lay my head down at night and think about the people I hurt, because that's not the goal I have for this company. So please understand that is at the forefront of us. So anything that you ever get from us is always tested by myself or someone from our sample group, and that your safety, health, well-being, recovery, whatever it may be for you individually, is our priority. We care. So anyways, before this video gets dragged on way too long, because it already is very long, but I do hope this video has helped you. I do hope that this video has provided you with some educational material, and that you feel yourself more aware and comforted knowing what has been explained in this video, as well as educated on how to be safer and move forward with your cannabis purchases and everything else. So be safe and enjoy your night, your weekend, whatever it may be. And this is the Grape CBD Distillery vape pen that we sell. Safe relief. Good night, y'all. Peace out.